Kia ora, ECU whānau. Thank you so much for joining us here today for our introduction to Kaboodle. We're just so excited to be bringing you Kaboodle. It feels a little bit like giving birth to a new baby. It's been growing with us for quite some time now, and we've done a lot of work to create what we hope and we believe is an amazing platform for families, for teachers, and for ECE teams. Today, I'm going to take you for a tour through Kaboodle and give you an introduction to show you all the amazing features and tools that you now have available to you as an ECE Learning Unlimited member. We are only introducing it and making it available exclusively for members initially. We want you to be the first, and we want you to be the people who are able to give us feedback and help us to grow the platform to where we would like it to be and where you really want it to be. Kaboodle is just at the beginning stages, and there is so much more that we're going to be adding to the platform in due course. But right now, we invite you as our valued members to give us your feedback, tell us what you'd like to see and what's important to you, so that you can be part of our journey of growing this platform to where you would like to see it be as well. Kaboodle has been designed by teachers and managers and leaders who are passionate about early childhood education. You'll find that we've taken a very different approach from other platforms that you may already be familiar with, and this is for very good reasons that you will see. For too long now, we've seen and heard from the sector about documentation overload and the frustrations from heavy compliance and teacher burnout. And as ECE Learning Unlimited members, you'll already know that our mission is to help lift that burden by providing cost-effective and accessible professional learning that helps you to stay current in your practice. And Kaboodle has been founded on that very same philosophy. And that is that the work that you do with children every day is the work that matters the most. Everything else on the periphery, we believe, should be kept to what is essential to maintain compliance and to maintain quality outcomes for children, but it should not be a burden as we see it is at the moment. And unfortunately, today we find ourselves in an early childhood sector where we've become far too focused on ticking boxes to prove ourselves as teachers and to provide evidence to external agencies that we're meeting expectations. And we are spending far too much time in front of screens on tasks that aren't necessarily contributing to improved outcomes for children. It's time to refocus our energy and our commitment towards children, because this is the reason we all came to this profession in the first place. This is why we work with children, right? So we have consulted far and wide and listened to the voices of teachers and parents and leaders across the ECE services to build Kaboodle in a very different way from what is currently available in the sector. And you're going to see this in Kaboodle in a number of ways. Kaboodle is a platform that we have very intentionally designed to simplify the documentation jungle, to remove the tick boxes, but still to leave space for teachers to be creative and to bring the joy back to teaching. You will therefore see that there are some familiar features and tools, and there are equally a number of features that we have very intentionally left out of Kaboodle. So you're not going to see any links to belonging goal 3 and contribution goal 2 that you can insert into a learning story. We've not done that. And you will not see any tick boxes that pretend to be evidence of quality teaching and learning. There is absolutely no regulatory requirement to do any of this, and there is no evidence at all that these tasks contribute to quality outcomes for children. So we just are not interested in putting those in Kaboodle. But what you will see is a platform that provides the community, the tools, and the education content right alongside that supports you as a professional to plan, document, reflect, and communicate in simple but effective ways with parents, with colleagues, and with the sector. That also allows you to be creative where you want to be, and that allows your team to do things your own way without being boxed into prescribed templates, because we know that early childhood services really want to do things your own way often with guidance. And so we have provided some templates that you're able to use in Canva, and that allow you to adapt those and make them your own and then bring them into Kaboodle. Another really important factor that we've taken into consideration is that the platform is designed to not overcomplicate and not consume time unnecessarily. Our mission, therefore, is to simplify and advocate for quality best practice while still supporting compliance. Kaboodle is like LinkedIn for teachers. So it is a space that is dedicated to elevating teachers' professionalism. It is a space where ECE teachers can organise themselves, save all of your key documents here in one place, participate in a community of practice, or join a professional learning group, and track your professional growth cycle or your provisional teacher registration all in one place. How often have you, as a teacher, needed to find your qualifications or your certificates, or the current dilemma, the evidence you need for the pay parity steps, and you just can't find it because it's not all together in one place? The last time that I applied for a new job, I can tell you that I could not easily find all of the essential documents that I needed for this. They were all over the place in lots of different documents and lots of different files and folders and devices, and I certainly didn't have a CV up to date. Kebudel allows you to use our resume builder to create and easily maintain your CV, or you can use another platform like Canva to build your own. And it also allows you to save and organize all of your key documents relevant to you as a teacher here in one place. So you can see here that I have organized and saved my teaching qualification, my teacher registration information, all of my relevant certificates, and my ID together in one place. So it saves time, it keeps your things organized, and it makes it easier for you to apply for a position next time you're looking. You can share all of this with a prospective employer by inviting them to view your Kaboodle profile. And I know for many ECE managers that this will be an exciting prospect because you're able to save time in the recruitment process by uplifting prospective employee documents from one place rather than trying to find them all in emails. And you can also gain valuable insight into a teacher's professional capacity. For the teacher, you have full control of your personal profile. You can make it public or you can keep it private, and you get to choose who you invite to view it and when. One of my favorite features of Kaboodle as a teacher, though, is the ability to save and organize all of my photographs and videos in one place that showcase my practice as a teacher. And having been a teacher in ECE for more than 30 years, I have so many images and videos that I've recorded of the beautiful learning spaces and the resources, provocations, environments, and learning experiences that I've created in different places. But up until now, these images and records of my teaching have been spread far and wide across multiple devices, cloud servers, and external drives. And if someone asks me if I can share ideas for a particular area of practice, I really struggle to locate those images and examples. Over the recent holidays, I had a really fabulous time tripping down memory lane as I uploaded and organised images and my key documents into Kaboodle. And it was really quite a trip down memory lane, I have to say, because and it brought back great memories of all of my teaching. What I love about it is that if I share this with somebody, it shows who I am as a teacher. And then the next time that somebody asks me for any suggestions or ideas around areas of practice, so particularly for infant and toddler teachers, I can simply pop into Kaboodle and share the images and ideas that I've saved here together. Kaboodle also provides the tools for you to track your professional growth cycle or your provisional teacher registration. Now, of course, we do not advocate for any one moment that this should be an onerous task or an overly heavy burden of gathering evidence and writing lengthy reflections, unless that's something that sparks joy for you personally. But you'll see that our PGC tracking function is designed to be very simple. You can record your goal or your inquiry for the year here in the top space. And then you can see in the newsfeed space here, which is your private reflection space, that you can document your progression, any reflections and thoughts and ideas that you have for yourself. And then anytime that you're ready to, you can invite your mentor to read and contribute to your PGC. So again, as the teacher who is in control of your PGC and managing it, you get to manage the user permissions and invite your mentor or whoever you would like to read your profile. You get to choose and invite who gets to contribute to your PGC. Again, you can save your key PGC documents together all here in one place so that you can find them anytime that you need them, including PGC reports, annual summaries, and anything that's relevant to your PGC, so that you'll no longer have the dilemma of a lack of evidence or of your PGC or your induction and mentoring program, because it's already saved here in Kaboodle. You can see at the top of the PGC here that there is a very simple table that you can use to track where you're up to in your cycle, and you can also invite your mentor to be part of that. If you are for mentors, the wonderful thing I enjoy about that is you'll see down here on this menu that I can open up all of the people that I'm mentoring. And when I've been invited to mentor a teacher, their PGC table will populate here into my mentoring list, so I can easily see at a glance where each of my teachers are up to in the PGC process, and I can document notes about each teacher there also. So it makes life simple and easy for tracking all of your PGCs, provisionally certificated teachers. As ECU Learning Unlimited members, you also have access to the very helpful professional learning content here that supports your knowledge and practice in the PGC process, and you can seamlessly access this here. So you can jump on into that learning content at any time and upskill your own knowledge and practice also in the PGC process. We have also provided some recommended PGC templates here to save you reinventing the wheel. But because these are provided as Canva templates rather than fixed boxes in the platform, you can change these to your heart's content using Canva to suit your own preferences for your own organisation, because we know that that is very individual for each organisation. And you can access easily the standards for the teaching profession here, so that when you're working on PGCs, your own or others that you're mentoring, you can easily refer to these here. So in summary for teachers, Kaboodle is a space that supports professional dialogue and connects you with others from around the sector. You can join our communities of practice in your personal area of interest or PGC inquiry focus, or you can start your own group and connect with others. You can share, collaborate, ask questions, and fill your boots as a professional. A range of professional learning groups are also hosted here in Kaboodle for you to join. Now, these are private paid learning groups and networking communities. These have been created for a range of purposes. For example, at the moment, we have some PLGs here for senior leaders and managers to support their PGC and their networking. So that's a paid membership that senior leaders can join and participate. They can join their Zoom meetings here. They can share documents, collaborate, communicate easily here in Kaboodle, and they can easily message each other easily here directly, just the same as you would using Messenger. And notifications are posted up here in the notification center, so you know when someone has sent you a message. It is our deepest wish and hope that Kaboodle will be a space for early childhood teachers to engage in professional dialogue, be part of the wider EC community network, and be upheld as the valuable professionals that we are. And also, Kaboodle, as you'll see, it's a platform that allows you to separate your personal from your professional life, because it's taking your networking, your collaborating, and your communicating out of the social media realm and into a separate professional platform. Now, Kaboodle is, as I said, also a space for teams, for early childhood teams. So you have the ability to create multiple spaces. Now, we call these spaces, all of these boxes that you see here. You can look at the boxes, you can also look at them as a list, and you can sort them into different types of spaces. And spaces allow you to communicate, collaborate, review, document, and share across your team and with your families. There is no limit to the number of spaces that you can create. So you can create as many as you like. And there is also no limit to the number of users that you can include in your Kaboodle spaces. So you can invite as many parents, children, and staff as you'd like. No limitations, go for gold, include everyone you like. Like other platforms, you are able to create communities for sharing news and updates for your centre. So you might like to create one for each room. If you have a baby's room or a preschool room or a toddler room, you can have one for each room. You can have one for your whole centre. You can have one that's specifically for different types of teachers, provisionally certificated teachers or a leadership group, whatever you'd like. You can invite different people to each of the groups, and you'll see here that each of the groups function the same way. They'll have their own news feed. They'll have a documents file area, photo and video albums, and the opportunity to invite others to participate. You can also add your own Zoom meetings to Kaboodle. So if you wish to use Kaboodle as a forum where you host meetings for your team and for others, then you can very easily do that here too. So you can use these spaces for very specific functions. For example, for internal evaluation, you can use it to track and collaborate and share documents and all those things that you need to do as part of internal evaluation. You could also use it for recording your meeting minutes. You can create spaces for policy reviews, for anything that you'd like. You simply create a new space, upload the documents, invite the members, and then you simply plan up. And then you simply collaborate and track all of the contribution and comments via the newsfeed. Again, we've not created any clunky templates within the platform itself for these mechanisms, but instead we've opted to provide templates and guideline options for you to choose and customize in Canva so that you can adapt those and make them your own and upload them to Kaboodle the way that you like them to be for your own personal preferences. As with everything else in Kaboodle, we have also taken a very different approach to child profiles with the aim to simplify learning documentation and not overcomplicate, bring things back to the basics and what is essential, and not box teachers into ugly, boring templates. As you're no doubt already noticing, every space in Kaboodle functions the same way, and so it is the same for children's profiles, with a personal news feed, photo and video albums, and managed users. And the thinking behind this design is that the newsfeed allows teachers to make learning notes for each child, and that helps to create a rich golden thread of learning for the child over time. Through documenting learning notes for children over time, all the teachers in your team can begin to see emerging progressions in children's learning and developing dispositions and developmental milestones, which they might then draw together into a relevant summary piece of learning documentation in due course. Now, this may be in the form of a learning story or any type of learning documentation that you wish to use. Again, we've included a range of our favourite templates in Canva for teachers to use and make your own to save you time, but to also customize and change as much as you'd like. Change the colors, change the images, obviously upload your own wording, or use a platform like Love Heart AI to help write your stories or documentation if you feel that way inclined, and then insert that into the Canva template. And then when you're ready, you can simply upload that, as we've done here, as a PDF or as images, which you can see here are absolutely beautiful to look at. We know that in other platforms that is not always the case. They're often rather dull and not particularly enjoyable to look at. But you can see here, they look absolutely gorgeous here in Kaboodle, which is wonderful to engage with families. Now, the families can and parents can write comments and contribute also to the documentation here. Families can also download and save the images and stories for themselves into their family keepsakes here in Kaboodle, which I'll be showing you very, very shortly. Now, one of the only templates that we have created in Kaboodle is the individual learning plan, and that is because we feel very strongly that this is an area of practice across the sector that needs some firm guidance and support. So this template has been designed by our key advisors, Barbara Watson and Bridget Williams. And again, there is really great learning material available in your membership at ECE Learning Unlimited to support your teacher's understanding of best practice in assessing and planning for children's learning this template. So if you've engaged with those webinars and courses already, you will this will all make perfect sense to you, because it is exactly what we've been teaching in those webinars. If you haven't yet watched those, I highly recommend that you jump in and watch them. So every child can have an individual learning plan when their learning notes have developed enough in their newsfeed and the teachers feel that they're able to create a valid overall assessment of learning. And you'll see that this plan follows the simple process of notice, recognizing and responding to children's learning. It has a space for teachers to plan their strategies to support learning progressions, not the activities that they're going to provide, and also to document the teaching strategies that individual teachers or you as a team are going to put in place to support the learning steps for the child and the progression for the child. And you'll see here in this orange column that there is space for you to record evaluative notes and evidence of learning over time. Parents can contribute to the learning plan also at any time, and new rows can be added to the learning plan that relate to the current focus for the child, or you can start again and create a new plan when a new learning focus for the child comes into sight. And again, you will see that there are intentionally no tick boxes and no curriculum links here. And that is because we believe very strongly that teachers are professionals and you can be trusted to assess, plan, and document children's learning without having to tick meaningless boxes to prove your teaching. The learning outcomes of the curriculum should be evident in your individual learning plans, in the children's news feeds, and in the learning documentation that is uploaded by teachers over time. So as you can see, there are many, many useful features and functions here in Kaboodle. We believe it is user-friendly, it is intuitive and very simple to navigate and use for teachers and teams. We look forward to your feedback on that and to your suggestions, please, too, at any time. Now, the final thing I want to share with you today are family keepsakes. Now, there are two ways that families can be involved in Kaboodle. They can be added as a user in your centre, just as you do right now on other platforms. You can invite families to join your spaces. You can invite families to be part of their child's profile with you, and there is no charge to families for that. They are simply included in your subscription as a user. But the point of difference here with Kaboodle is that we have created a separate space where families can subscribe for themselves to create what we call a family keepsake. A family keepsake is a space where families can create private space to save all of their child's images, videos, and key documents in one place. Because so often families are taking photos and videos of their children on multiple devices. So mum might have photos on her phone, dad might have them on his phone, and Nana and Papa and auntie and friends. But very rarely are they all saved into one place for the child. So Kaboodle provides that private space where families can save images and records and developmental milestones and significant events for their child here, all in one place. Families can also save their child's key documents in one place, so perhaps their birth certificate, their immunisation records, those documents that are important for their child, so that they can access these easily at any time. So if a family was out and about, or they're at the doctor's, somewhere like that, and they were asked for a copy of the child's birth certificate, when they enrol in your early childhood service, they can simply open their phone, come to their Kaboodle keepsake, and find their child's documentation easily in one place instead of in a folder or a box somewhere in a cupboard that they can't remember where it is. And the important part about that also is that any family member can access that, either of the parents or any family members who have permission to access those documents can access them anytime on any device. If a family also belongs to an early childhood service and they have a child profile with your service, as I mentioned earlier, they can download and save the learning stories and images from their profile with you into the family keepsake, where they get to own those and keep those forever in one place. So imagine as a child being able to look back over your childhood with your family, where they've saved your significant milestones in learning and development and memories all together in one place in a dynamic and visually engaging platform. Imagine the memories that are shared for a child over a lifetime. It's like your personal memory life reel all in one place. And it makes my heart sing. I just wish that my children had had the opportunity to have a Kaboodle keepsake. We've made family keepsakes incredibly cost effective and affordable for families. It is only $6.99 a month for a whole family, and that is for unlimited users, unlimited children, as many as they'd like, as many family and friends as they'd like to invite to their child's keepsakes. So $6.99 a month or $69 for a year, which gives them 2 months free. So wonderful gift potentially that people could give to others, or just a really affordable option for families to keep that rich, beautiful history for each of their children in one place. We think it's incredible. And we hope you do too. So there you have it. That is Kaboodle, and we hope that you enjoy it and love it as much as we do. We really, really do invite your contribution, your suggestions, and your feedback. As I said, there is a chat bot here. Jump on in there if you need help at any time. But also, please, please tell us what you think. Tell us what you think you'd like to see here. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, we don't yet have routines in here. I know that you can document nappies, changes, and bottles and sleep charts and things and other platforms. That isn't in Kaboodle yet, but it is coming. And so watch out for that in due course. But if there's anything else that you'd like to see here in Kaboodle, let us know. As I said, we have taken a very different approach. We don't want it to be a platform that hems you in, doesn't allow for creativity, or that is overly prescriptive. But we do want it to be a platform that's incredibly intuitive, user-friendly, saves you time, and takes things back to basics, but that is also really, really effective for you in terms of communication solutions, documenting, planning, and sharing. And we really hope that you will find and enjoy that Kaboodle is a platform that allows you as teachers and as teams to keep your personal and your professional life separate. So you can turn off those notifications on Kaboodle outside of work time, or keep them on if it suits you, but it is your choice because it's not infiltrating your social media. So now for you as ECE Learning Unlimited members, you are our first and exclusive users of Kaboodle. We invite you to get stuck in and explore and start to use Kaboodle and enjoy it. You can get started by registering yourself at www.kaboodle.com, and you simply need to register yourself. You'll see that you'll be asked to subscribe. So simply choose the ECE Learning Unlimited Members Club plan. Use the code members100, and that will allow you to enter Kaboodle for free. Thanks for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed Kaboodle, and please do let us know what you think. We look forward to collaborating with you further as we continue to develop and explore the potential of Kaboodle with you. Ka kite.